Hello everyone, welcome to the first video that I believe I'm posting on this channel. It is none other than every book on my physical TBR. So, to go over some stats of what I own as of January 1st is when I counted everything. I own 287 books in total, not counting the ones that I bought this month. And also, that is including duplicate copies. Without duplicates, I own 265, so I have quite a bit of duplicates. And then I have read 139 of these books, so I am going to go bookcase by bookcase because I don't want to take everything off all at once, just because that's going to be a hassle to put back. Like, I should definitely not buy any more books. I should go on a book buying ban. What can you do? So without further ado, no more rambling, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna jump into this video, and we are gonna start with my fantasy selection. Alrighty, I have pulled all of the books from this specific bookcase, and we're just going to jump right on into the books that are on the shelf that I have not read. I also pulled the ones that are, I don't know if you guys can see again, but I have two shelves behind me. I pulled the ones that are on that shelf because majority of the books that I bought this month would go on this shelf. So the first book that I have here is Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. I read Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows by this author and absolutely loved them. So I'm excited to get to this one. I love this author's writing. House of Salt and Sorrows. The only reason I got this was because I had previously purchased the second book in the series, not knowing it was the second book, Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I haven't read anything by this author. Then we have The Fury by Alex, I'm not even gonna try. This author. He's the author of The Silent Patient and The Maidens, and I read both of those books and thoroughly enjoyed them, so I'm excited to give this a shot. Only If You're Lucky by Stacey Willingham, and I actually read A Flicker in the Dark by this author. I didn't really enjoy it. I think I gave it a 2-star. Another book I bought this month is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I read The House on the Cerulean Sea earlier in December, I believe. Yeah, I read it last month and I really enjoyed it. I think about it quite often, and I wasn't expecting to like it nearly as much as I did. It's such a great book, highly recommend. So I picked this book up, Hurricane Wars. I actually was gonna get this in December, and then I said to give myself a month because I read the first, like the prologue, I believe, and it was crazy, so I picked it up. I have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and then I also own Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune with the sprayed edges. Super excited to read this. Again, I loved The House in the Cerulean Sea. Another book that I have that I might be unhauling is Legends and Lattes. I just don't see myself reaching for this. Welcome to Fae Cafe. Wow. And I honestly have no idea what any of this is about. House of Roots and Ruin is the second book in this series. I have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I'm actually super excited to get to this. I'm hoping to get to it in February. Another book I have is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I picked this up with my cousin to do a buddy read. She finished it. I did not. I wasn't in the mood for the type of writing that this is. I also didn't realize that it was dark academia. I haven't read any dark academia books, so this would be my first. One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. And then I was gifted these two books, Children of Virtue and Vengeance and Children of Blood and Bone. Another one that I picked up is Sorcery of Thorns. And then we have Bone Crier's Moon. I haven't really heard anything about this book. I just read the back and I thought it sounded pretty interesting. Is These Hollow Vows. I have had this book on my TBR for quite some time. Three Dark Crowns. I was debating on picking up the audiobook to this, but I didn't like the narrator's voice. I have Kingdom of the Wicked. My cousin actually recommended that I read this. Just stopped filming for a second there, but anyways, we're back. So another book that I have is The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, and I also have the little novella that comes after. One Dark Window and Two Tissue Crowns. I've had these on my TBR for so long, and I was gonna read them at the beginning of this year, but then my friend told me that I needed to read The Kiss of Deception, that series first. It's like a trilogy, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get into Dance of Thieves and Battle of Thieves. I have Ninth House, The Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom. This is War Hour by Lauren Loskig. I specifically bought this because of the cover. I'm in the middle of Throne of Glass. I've been in the middle of Throne of Glass since August. I need to read Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and then of course, this brick of a book, I need to read Kingdom of Ash. Crazy, totally forgot to mention the Crescent City series. I also haven't read, hoping to read these after I finish the Throne of Glass series. That is it for this shelf and those two shelves that I have back there. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back, and then we're gonna move to my romance bookcase. Alrighty, I am actually happy to say that I did not pull as many books from the shelf as I thought I would. Majority of these books I've read, so I have a little bit of a stack here. But first book I haven't read is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is a new release that I just haven't really gotten to. Never by Jessa Hastings. I love Jessa Hastings, but this book is scary to me. I have Loathe to Love You, which is actually one of my current reads. I'm reading the second novella in this. It is Stuck With You. This is a compilation of 3 novellas. Next, I have 2 books by Catherine Center. I have Happiness for Beginners and How to Walk Away. I have 2 books by Alicia Thompson. I have With Love from Cold World, and I have Love in the Time of Serial Killer. Twice Shy by Sarah Hogle. I also have The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. These 2 books by Lucy Score. I have Things We Hide from the Light and Things We Left Behind. I recently purchased You with a View by Jessica Joyce, mainly because of the cover and because I saw one review and it said it was really good, so I bought it. I have The Summer of Broken Rules, which my husband actually read. I have not read it yet. He said it was cute, so maybe I'll pick it up this summer. I also have The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. The only reason I haven't picked this up is because the font is insanely small. And then I have X's and O's by Amy Lee. Then I have The Roughest Draft. I'm not even gonna attempt with their names. And then I have In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. My friend actually got this for me last Valentine's Day as a Valentine's Day gift. I started it, put it down, never finished it. I received it this time next year. And then I have Funny You Should Ask by Elisa Sussman. And I purchased Funny Feelings. Then I have The Long Game by Elena Armas, Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins, and then I have All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. And then I have the first 2 books in the Monsters and Muses series. I have Pomegranates and Promises and Pomegranates, and I have Vipers and Virtuosos, whatever. Then I have Ivy by Willa Nash, who is also Stephanie Perry. Willa Nash is her pen name. And I have Colty by Mariana Zapata. I also have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. And then I have Lease on Love. And then I have Before We Were Strangers, which I might be getting rid of. And then I have The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. And then I have the next 2 books in the, I don't know what the series is called, but it's the same as Lovelight Farms, and I read that book and I absolutely loved it. And I did in fact start in The Weeds, and I put it back down because I wasn't in the mood for it. So another case of the pick up and put down is right here. And then I have Mixed Signals. That is all the books on my romance bookcase that I have not read yet. So we're gonna head over to the YA section of this room. I have quite a few book corners, if you couldn't tell, and hopefully I won't pull that many off that shelf. And then we'll go to the book of the month, which has quite a few books that I have not read yet. So we're gonna head over there. All right, we are in my cozy, comfy book corner. The Maid, which is my current read actually, by Nita Prose. And then I have Catherine Center, Hello Stranger, which is a newer release by her. Next I have This Spells Love, The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. And then I have The Unmaking of June Farrow, Georgie All Along. And then I have The Wishing Game. And then I have Did You Hear About Kitty Carr? I also have this on Kindle Unlimited downloaded, so I should read this. I have The Family Game by Catherine Steadman. I have What Lies in the Woods. This was one of my first Book of the Month books that I got. Then by C.C. Willingham, I have All the Dangerous Things. And then I have The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. And then I have Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I read Rock, Paper, Scissors by this author and I really, really enjoyed it. And then I have The Last Word by Taylor Adams. So these are all the books on my Book of the Month. I have it like on the shelf over here that I have not read. Now we'll move on to my thrillers and YA fantasy. Alright, we are back. Andrew's making a ruckus. The battery to this camera died and our bed frame was delivered. So I'm gonna build that after this video. But we're gonna do a speed run through of books, the last books that I haven't read on my TBR. We have In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I won this in a giveaway. So that was fun. A giveaway win. And then I have Final Girls and Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I haven't read anything by this author, but I've heard that he's like really good at horror and thrillers, so maybe I'll read that this year. And then I have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. And I have Watching You by Lisa Jewell. I also have In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. And then I have The Sanatorium, which I started on audio and then I just never finished it. 5 Total Strangers. I got this for my birthday as a gift. 3 books by Alice Feeney. I have Sometimes I Lie, I Know Who You Are, His and Hers. And then I also have The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. 5 Survived by Holly Jackson, the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I loved that trilogy, so I need to pick this up soon because I loved her writing. And then I have Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. And then I have An Honest Lie. Don't know anything about this book. I got it from Target on a whim, randomly, of course. And then I also have Dark and Shallow Lies. This just looked cool and sounded interesting when I read the synopsis, so I've done with this for a while as well. And then I have Assistant to the Villain. I originally wasn't going to buy this, but they have sprayed edges, and I've heard really fun, good things about this, so it should be a fun, quick read. And then, going on to young adult fantasy, I have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And then I have A Serpent and Dove. Don't know much about it, just thought it sounded cool. And then I have A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which also sounded really cool. I've been wanting to pick this one up pretty soon. I got it a little bit ago, so I want to get to this. And then I have Shatter Me, which I have had for so long and have not touched. Actually, I did touch it. I read the first page and I saw all of the crossed out words and I was like, what's going on? And then I put it down. I also have 2 books in the Prison Healer trilogy. I have the first book and I have the last book, Blood Trader. And then I have This Woven Kingdom and These Infinite Threads. And I have the Renegades trilogy. My husband got this for me for Christmas because I've been itching to pick it up. So I did put this on my January TBR. Have I read it? No. Is it January 25th? Yes. Will I read it this month? No. And then we have some random books over here that usually go on this book tree. I have 28 Summers by Ellen Hildebrand. And then I have Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. Also really want to read this. When? Couldn't tell ya. And then I have The Midnight Library that I should be reading relatively soon because my friends and I are starting a book club and I believe this is our first book. We haven't really gone into details with this. I just know that 2 of them are reading it right now and I haven't started it, so I need to get to that. And then I have some witch books because I love me a good witch book. I have What You Gonna Do? Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I have Back in a Spell, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, Small Town Big Magic, and then Go Hex Yourself. Can you tell I love witch books? Because I haven't read any of them. The final books that I own that I have not read, if the lighting is changing, it is because good old Andrew over there is messing with the blinds. I will not read this. I'm saying it now. This is Andrew's disappointed in me. This is the Maybe series by Colleen Hoover. I'm not gonna read these. It's $3. I'm definitely thinking of unhauling them. I don't know if Andrew will let me. I don't want to read them. I have no desire to read them. He said that there's a trope in here that I don't like, so I don't know why he wants me to read them so bad, but I unfortunately will not be touching these, and I will probably be donating them. That is all the books, or are all the books that I own that I haven't read. I am going to go ahead and count all of these and feel bad about myself. And I'm going to count the ones that I have read and do a little update on where I'm at in my physical TBR and seeing how many more books I need to read in order to read at least 25% of this by the end of the year. I should try and read all of them, but that's not going to happen because I'm not going to read over 100 books this year. There's just no way. I have gotten all of the stats. I don't remember what I said in the beginning of this video with my stats. See, like, it doesn't make sense to me because I recounted and I own 289 books with duplicates, and I'm wondering, I don't know, I guess I did like an unhaul. All of the books that are turned away are books that are on my Pango that I'm selling, so I'm not counting those as books that I own because if they don't sell, I'm just going to donate them. I have 17 duplicates, and then so without duplicates I own 272 books. I have read 146 of them, so I'm at 54% done with my physical library TBR, and I have not read 126 of these books. So I need to not buy books right now. I'm hoping to get to at least 75% through this library by the end of the year, maybe even 80 if we're feeling crazy. That is going to be the end of this video. Very eye-opening. I need to read more of the books that I own and stop buying books in conclusion. But yeah, this is it. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll have some more videos coming. I'm currently in the middle of filming a week in my life, what I read. And I'm sure this video is going to go up before it because that's probably going to take me a lot longer to edit. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.